So recently, Meg the Stallion got herself caught up in some label troubles. And we're recording this early. Let me start with that. We are recording this early because real niggas got shit to do. So we have not heard any of the music that's being released, and in real time, right this second, we're still on this Meg story somehow.
Yeah.
Why do y'all think that this story has lasted this long? We've heard plenty of stories from artists about getting fucked over by their label or whatever situation they're in, and they never really.
I'm starting to roll them all, man.
I am too.
The rollout?
It's a great
It's
rollout,
feeling
man.
rolly. It's feeling real rolly.
I said that this morning.
Yeah,
It's real rollout-ish,
It's
man.
feeling rolly.
The fact that you keep bringing up I can't put out music, but wait for my music on Friday
in a couple hours,
and all of a sudden you got an album.
Yeah,
Is this an album?
9 songs.
She's referring to it as an album.
I keep hearing people refer to it as a collection of work.
I'm tired of this shit, man.
I'm serious.
I'm tired of this shit.
But I'm not joking.
I know, but I'm still tired of it.
As long as Thriller is still considered an album, I'm cool.
It's a collection of songs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing him say, which is not an album.
All this shit is albums, man. Damn it.
Well, if all of it were albums, she would be out of her shit.
So she should say that.
No, because she's never put out an album.
Oh my god.
She's only ever put out collections of songs.
She's got 3 albums.
I know I got mad
She is,
collections of songs.
Yeah. She's putting out a playlist with a title.
Oh my god.
Did y'all see her on First Take?
I did. I think now for sure that the Houston Rockets will go all the way. Now that I got that insight.
I think for sure this is a rollout.
Now that I know she knows James Harden personally and he'd be like caring about basketball.
She don't fuck with Dan and Tony.
She don't know him personally. She don't know Russ personally either.
Okay, so why was she on First Take?
To promote this collective of songs.
Yo, if we wasn't like a politically correct podcast,
Are we?
could tell the truth about this.
About Megan? What's the truth?
Give me a little ledge. What we doing?
I'm not doing it.
Well, give me a hint. Maybe I'll go on the ledge with you.
Let me figure out how to hint it to you. I can't do it right now, but I already know you agree with me.
Tell him in his ear.
No. Don't tell me in my ear. Speak to me like a man. I don't ever want you to whisper anything.
Tell him in his ear, Joe.
Yo, you ever been out with somebody that's trying to whisper in your ear, but they the worst whisperer in the world?
I hate that shit.
Yo,
So now the whole table heard your shit.
Yeah.
Oh no. I hate when someone's yelling in your ear when
like,
you're
come on,
out.
fam.
All it was them breathing closer to you and saying it at the same volume that they could have just said it across the table.
Yeah, and there was nothing that needed to be whispered.
Right.
Yo, we leaving in 5. Fam, you could have just said that. You have to be right here.
You ever had your man try to whisper to you in the club when the music is loud and he just nibble on your earlobe?
That's not where I thought that was going to go. Where you be hanging out?
Nibble on your earlobe. Nigga, Joe be like, yo, say that again?
Yo, that was my spot.
I don't say that. And my ears on my
Yo,
spot.
we're leaving in 5.
Yo, I ain't hear you.
It's not 2022.
Oh, that's what time it is? Oh, we out.
We're out in 5.
We out,
Joe
bro.
gives the hand signal.
Yo, you paid your tab?
That's fucking hilarious.
2022.
Yo, I ain't hear you.
Maul definitely nibbled on your ear with
Why
a leather
niggas
pants.
be nibbling on your ear?
They don't.
All my friends moved away. So
All right, come on, man. What was we talking about?
you had a take that you're too political to say publicly.
Does that say Megan's mom was a rapper?
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, do the science.
I get it. Now I get it. She looks good.
I think there's something more between Meg and Carl Crawford that the public won't be privy to. That's what I think.
Huh.
That's the extent of what I'll say.
Okay.
Sucks because I want to be privy to it.
Don't you hate when you're not privy?
Yeah, man.
To the ear nibbling that may or may not be happening.
So Sugar's out. Oh, back to the
Shout
first
out-
take
shout
interview.
out to
That's
Kyle
what I was
Dion.
asking y'all. I was asking y'all if y'all saw the first take interview because I just thought it was interesting that, and I hope that Meg the Stallion doesn't block me or us, man. We can't be.
I love Meg.
We can't be
love
alien.
Meg.
We love all the women that have us blocked.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And support them nonstop.
Right.
It just be one time that we be with the funnies.
Yeah. We fuck with the funnies.
Why does it only take one time for a woman to just say "fuck you"?
That's a very good question.
That's a deeper,
Like,
darker.
shouldn't it be
That is
more than one time that I disgraced you?
I should get one disgrace.
Yeah, like I need to know where the line is.
I'm serious.
Like,
I'm just
if I-
looking for
if
the
I
line.
cross the line, just tell me, but don't not fuck
And
with me no more.
especially when their excuse for when they go over the line is, I'm sorry, you know how I get.
I'm emotional.
I don't like that girls get that.
that- you
I'm
know
a
how I
girl.
understand.
I'm a woman.
I'm a
emotional.
girl.
You
We're
understand how I
girls. This is girl stuff. That's not acceptable. That don't make this okay that you're a girl.
I thought we were feminists.
We are.
Supposed to be equal.
That's right.
She went on there and said that this album, Sugar, she's introducing
It's a collection of songs.
Yes.
This collection of songs, Sugar, she's introducing a new personality type. She said, you know how the last personality, that was a real boss bitch, someone who was in control of her shit, didn't take any shit from anybody. Sugar is
his contract fucked up personality. Maybe I'm not so much of a boss like I thought.
Only 40% of a boss.
Megan, I'm not laughing at
Yo,
their
y'all
jokes.
get blocked. Megan, that is Parks Valley.
Yeah.
That is
Megan,
Parks,
I'm not laughing
Parks
at their jokes.
Valley.
Yeah.
He works with Premier, dates Rim.
What's up with you?
And that's Rory McFerrell, dates Sam, Duce Palooza, Rock Nation,
What's your resume?
dating Sam. Yeah, that's not me. Go ahead, get on, get your shit off.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Joe, who you dating now? Hey, it's not so funny anymore.
What's today?
That's a great answer. That's a great fucking answer. What's today? That's a great
I'm a
answer.
fucking vet,
No, that's a
boy.
great answer.
I'm a vet, nigga.
Watch-
This little
watch-
young ass nigga will never trap me in no corner,
Yo,
nigga.
Mo, watch when we take a break. You're gonna write to his phone, babe. If you hear this tomorrow, like, I was just making a joke because you know we have to do the content, and you're gonna blame it on us. Like, yo, they didn't come with no content today, so I had to do that.
No, that's not blaming it on y'all. That's acknowledging a company clause.
Company clause.
Talk to him, Carl.
Yeah, I die for this content game.
Too far, but I understand what you're saying. Don't die for content, bro. Like, I feel you though.
This comes
Like,
first
you can-
in my life, Maul.
Okay, got
You can
This
live
is
and work hard.
this is a priority.
Got you.
For
Got
me,
you.
Maul.
Okay. Yes.
Our content and our podcast
Yes.
comes before all the fucking rules and obligations that women just try to put on dudes.
Got you.
Yes,
I'm with you now.
I
I'm
am
with you.
willing to leave over the pod.
Like the planet?
No,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
no.
Oh, the
could start the,
relationship. Start
the
the
content
no.
game on
It's
the
nice
moon.
here.
Too much other shit thriving. Got to chill out a little
Yeah.
bit. But no, she said this new personality is more about I'm not perfect, man. Yo, I make mistakes just
get in
like
your bag.
I make mistakes just like y'all. Like, you know what? I may not be perfection, but perfection for me is not perfection for you. That's the bag that she's in now.
Okay.
Well, I think she has said before that she does different personalities for every album. Like the Tina Snow was the first one.
Well, she's really representing women then. I like that she's really doing that.
She's doing a great job.
That was Rory Farrell, recently moved from Bergen Avenue. Recently relocated. Yeah. Nah, I'm tired of getting in trouble for y'all. Y'all say your shit.
I got blocked too.
I interview Meg, so I don't want no smoke.
I love Meg.
Phony ass nigga.
Whatever.
Wait, clear something up for me, y'all. Meg has this 1501 contract that she's fighting against. She signed to Rock Nation in what capacity? Because she signed to Kev too, right?
Management.
Manage. Oh,
And-
that's a good question. Yeah, management. at
Rock Nation is management, 300 is distribution, which would be Kev, and then she signed to the production company that is 1501.
Oh, she's going to be broke for a long time. Wait.
That's Joe Budden, who just recently moved from Montclair.
Wait. We're doing
Cash Apps Joe Budden.
We're doing all this fighting about the first contract. What
Just got a new one.
Yeah, nah, I'm all right. Good luck. No, I pray for her. I hope everything works out. Just kidding. Just jokes.
She'll be all right. Meg will be good.
She has great teeth.
I'm going to get my fake teeth.
No, I am
Don't
too.
do it.
I am.
I'm too.
I'm doing it.
I'm bringing the hairline like right above the eyebrows. I'm getting the big teeth, not like the
Oh, you're
medium
getting-
joints.
I'm not
I'm
getting
getting
the
the
big-
XLs where
I'm
I can't
not-
even close my mouth.
I'm not getting the big joints. My shit's ain't as fucking pearly as I thought, man.
So just get them
You
white.
get one, yeah.
Just get them white.
No, I'm going to want more white.
This nigga want to be an Instagram honey so bad. You gonna get your body
He
done? Nick?
wants to be one.
As long as you don't get your body done, you can get your teeth. Cool.
I mean, if you think
talk
about it, though-
I think I'm gonna take a little.
Now you gotta go get the laser shit.
Maul's a huge fan of niggas that got their body done.
Who?
Now you want to disrespect me?
No, I'm not.
Benny the Butcher. Now what? Now say something.
He said Benny got
toughest
his body.
nigga in the world.
He said
Now
Benny
say
got his body.
Benny got
Benny
lipo?
got his body done.
how you think he became the Butcher?
Oh, you didn't even catch that.
They was cleaving all that.
Don't
extra
tell
shit.
me.
They cleaved him in the shape.
That's sick.
I wish y'all find something to talk about. I'll
Meg.
I'll do the.
Still on Meg. We didn't
still
close
ain't
it.
doing
They
talk-
said Meg the Stallion got on ESPN before Carl Crawford and he a baseball player.
That's fucking hilarious.
that is hilarious.
Oh, come on, let's stop. Come on, because it's 30 minutes in and I'm not doing this shit all day. Let's
Yeah.
let's read the J Prince shit.
Yeah.
You can read that.
No, you read it.
No, I'm cool.
No, you good, Sunset.
No.
Maul, go ahead.
All right, Parks.
Mo,
can't see
you
it.
kind of look like him.
Is this it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's right there.
All right, breaking news alert. Houston, we have a problem, Megan. Houston, we have a problem. Megan is funny. Along with Rock Nation employee.
Wait, Houston.
We have a problem.
It's
we have a
supposed to
problem,
end there.
Megan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with Rock Nation employee Gitanjali Grace Lear. Sorry, I fucked that name up.
Good enough.
Decided to include my name in the lawsuit wrapped around lies and stupidity.
Already, this is an intimidating caption.
By the
For
way,
real.
if I'm Lear, I'm calling out of work.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Yo, Rock, I'm sick today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just spelled my name mad correctly. He's the first one to do that ever.
Definitely.
You know how many emails I can't get because no
Yeah.
one can spell my name right?
We gonna get this shit straight. Now let's deal with the root of this issue. The root is a familiar one for me, coming from a successful independent record label's perspective. We as independent record labels make many sacrifices along with our artists. After we do all the hard work together with artists, it's a known fact that major record labels and established managers attempt to poach the fruits of our labor. One of the first things they do is criticize a deal that raised that artist from the dead.
Look at Maul reading good.
I can read a little bit. These record labels and managers don't want shit to do with these artists until the hard work, risk, sacrifices, and resources have been spent by the little guys. This is the same technique of the culture vultures. I didn't allow this to happen to me when New York and LA record labels attempted to take my artists, so they labeled me as malicious for fighting back.
No.
John, we need gunshots. I don't know what you're doing. over
No
there.
way. I'm not
Yeah,
hitting
wrong
him.
time.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm cool. You hit him on your little board over there. There you go.
I didn't allow it then, so I
That was
damn
Parks
sure.
Valley.
He's barring them up. I'm in support of what Jay Prince is saying.
Okay, but make it clear.
Yeah.
I didn't allow it then, so I damn sure ain't gonna allow it to happen to 1501 Records or any of the other independent record labels that I'm associated with. For the record, we have no problem with negotiating with Megan, but we do have a problem with dictators. I find it very interesting that Rock Nation would allow the employee to sign an affidavit and statement full of slanderous lies on my methods of doing business when we have partnered together on several occasions. I don't think Jay-Z is aware of this, but only time will tell. Megan, even though she signed an affidavit, talked down and lied in court documents on me. I understand how lawyers brainwash artists to milk them of funds in lawsuits that they know they can't win. Megan seems to be a perfect candidate for self-destruction. Any artist in the music industry will testify that a 40% profit share is a great deal, especially for an unestablished artist that till this day has never delivered an album. To end this, I give credit to where credit is due. Megan, along with her mother, who evidently could read, God rest her soul, negotiated a good deal.
He has some bars in there.
Jay Prince has spoken.
Yeah. He has some bars in there. The major label system has been.
I think a lot of see the thing about with social media now is that I hate that the public is so
Involved.
yeah
This is
there's
part
more.
2. To end this, I give credit where credit is due. Megan, along with her mother, who evidently could read, God bless her soul, negotiated a good deal. I extend my hand to meet with Megan, T. Ferris, and team. I extended my hand to meet with Megan, T. Ferris, and team personally for further negotiations. Unfortunately, it never happened, even though we're all in Houston, because she's being controlled by the very people who started this shit. The homie Carl was an angel in Megan's eyes when he was spending hundreds of thousands investing in her career. Now that he's helped her become a successful artist, she stopped paying him his percentage and views him as the devil. I'm glad money don't make me, I make money.
Another bar.
I just hate that this plays out in the public now because of social media. Like you can post things like this, you can post contracts, you can post back and forths and things like that. Like I think a lot of this and that honestly brings a lot of confusion into the situation. It brings a lot of negative energy because you're feeding into comments Other artists may jump in, start replying to things, responding to things. I think a lot of this just needs to be in a room with just the individuals that this concerns and pertains to, and they need to handle this themselves. Like all of this back and forth on social media, like everything. I tell people all the time, everything isn't for social media. Like everybody shouldn't be privy to everything. You know what I mean? You need to use it for, the things that you want to move. If you're selling something, if you're an artist, if you're.
But that's why it's there.
Yeah, but this
That
is
is why it's on social media, because
no, but this is just to
public support.
Yeah, but this is but you want public support when this was something that y'all did in private. Like this contract was signed in private. This contract was negotiated in private,
and it'll be
That don't mean
fixed in
things.
private.
That don't mean
the
things.
public support's not going to do anything to it.
It wasn't fixed in private.
yeah, but it should be fixed in private
I agree,
because it was negotiated in private.
But if something is happening, or there's a party that is not trying to fix things in private, which is what I can assume here. Let me not say we. I can assume that they tried to fix this behind closed doors. 1501 wasn't budging from their position, as they probably shouldn't have. I don't know. It's not my business. And Megan did the next step, which is I'm going to rally for public support to show that, hey, you're stopping my music. The next step from that is I'm hiring an attorney. We're going to court.
Yeah, but those are things that you can do that without putting all of this on social media. Is what I'm saying.
Let's open up this conversation a bit, because we've dwelled on this a little bit, and
I don't want to talk about it after today. Honestly, I'm done.
yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Meg looks great though. She looked great.
She does. She looks really good.
She looked real good on First Take. Meg has responded. She responded to Carl Crawford and 1501's claims on her Instagram page, and she said, "Facts are facts, and the facts are public. I'm extremely pleased that 1501 and Carl Crawford were denied the request to dissolve the court order and try to stop my music from being released. I will proceed with the release of Sugar on Friday, March 6th, to be clear. I will stand up for myself and won't allow two men to bully me. I am no one's property. Y'all are choosing to highlight the issue of music splits. Talk about everything else. This has nothing to do with anyone else, including Jay-Z. Stop deflecting and trying to make this a publicity stunt. I want my rights. And the facts are, 1501 doesn't want to approve my budget to put out my project that the court is allowing to be released." Do you guys have any input on that one? Let's go through it piece by piece here. 1501 doesn't want to approve my budget to put out my project that the court is allowing to be released.
That's weird.
That's
weird.
done.
Yes.
I mean, pay herself back maybe with that budget for the expenses that she's
alleged. I thought that she's alleged that they have given her no money whatsoever except for the $10,000 at the beginning, and then $15,000 off royalties
off
or something.
$7 million or whatever the number was.
Why would you expect them to give you money now? I don't know.
And she said that was false. That whole $15,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's odd.
To me, it sounds like it could be a case of one party thinking the music is ready to be released, and one party thinking it is not. It could be as simple as that.
They don't think the music is that good.
Yeah, you could argue that from the production company's standpoint.
Well, I doubt that if 1501 is saying Meg stopped paying them once she got to rock, I highly doubt she was playing them music.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying what you could argue.
Yeah. No, in some cases,
and you're right.
I would
You're right,
say that.
Rory. Let's say that she's not playing them any music. Then 1501 will be exercising their right because we haven't been paid anything from the music or the shows that you've done. So
Yeah.
we
Let's
don't want you
get
to
that straight.
continue because you might be holding on to the finances.
Right.
So that's one reason. But again, we don't know. Two, she says 1501 tried to stop my release. I prevailed in court. Temporary prevail.
Yeah.
Temporary restraining order. That does not mean that the court is decided on this matter. It means we need more time. And you can rock out in the meantime because we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So that's kind of vague to me too. Three, she says, 1501 tried to fight the decision today. The court denied 1501's request. Respect my deceased mother. She's not here. You don't know her. You weren't involved. Now that point I do agree with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That part made me cringe a little bit. But cool. Carl should speak for himself. All the facts are public record available at the courthouse in Houston.
Well, I think we should take a
I'm
work
done
trip
with
down,
both of these. I'm done. I'm
down
done
to Houston
with,
to look at those public record
I'm just
files.
done with both of these people because we don't know, and they're not telling us.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what I said.
They both
this needs
sound
to be,
like they both are keeping things.
Yeah, this needs to be played out in private.
Yeah.
It was negotiated in private. Contracts were signed in private. Let it play out in private.
We're never going to know the exact info.
Yeah.
So
We could go to Houston though. And check
that's
out.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
Let's take a work trip this weekend and go to the courthouse.
the paperwork.
I'll tell you one place I'm not going. I'm not going to Houston to check on Meg's paperwork at the courthouse.
Yeah.
No,
It's for the pod.
Yeah.
All right, do it. Let me know. I was reading an article that DJ Booth published. I'm not certain who wrote it because I don't recall, but shout out to the writer. But they were talking about how Meg's court victory, how that could play out for all of hip hop in the grand scheme of things. Mm-hmm. Which is, if she gets a win in this case, and they find that she was under duress or didn't understand the terms of the contract in this production deal, let's call it for now, what will that do for the music industry? For the court to acknowledge that this public feud is in favor of Megan, when it appears that she signed some semblance of a standard contract, what will it mean for everyone else that is in a similar situation? What do you guys have to say about that?
I mean, the music industry, they follow each other in everything, from trends to sounds to everything. So yeah, I would like to see that this would be followed as well, but I think a lot of artists will come to find that they did sign a deal that is okay. So I think you're going to have a lot of artists and a lot of beef that may not even be worth it. But for the people that are actually in that, I think that's amazing that we can now have a clause where, or an understanding from the court that we didn't understand what we were signing and we were put in a position where we couldn't win. So I think that's great.
Yeah.
I just think
important.
you're going to get a lot of beef between labels and artists where there isn't some. It'll just be created.
And I think deeper than that, I think it's time to revisit a lot of these contracts that were designed how many years ago?
You were right last podcast, Maul. It is time to change the industry standard.
It's just time. Like the way we consume music, the way we sell music, the way you count how many albums I've sold, the way like my merchandise and all of these new things that are implemented and how an artist makes money and how I make money for my label are changed.
Last I knew, they still have breakage clauses in contracts, which is insane. That was a clause for those that don't know that if when you shipped out CDs, some would break in shipping.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they would have a percentage off rip.
Right.
You're not getting 15% of the.
That's what I'm saying. A
and
lot of
it's
these
still in contract. At least it was as of fairly recent.
We have to look at these contracts that were designed however many years ago. That the music landscape has changed like so much, but the contracts are still operating on Betamax. Basically,
Still easier said than done. While I agree with everything you're saying.
It's a lot of contracts.
There's certain ones like
standards need. Let me finish my point, Rory. Standards need to change.
Right.
The only way we've ever seen standards change is with public unity. I mean, unification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're seeing it now with the NFL players in football. We've seen it in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We seeing it now. I read something this morning that says Spotify, Google, and Pandora, and somebody is teaming up to challenge the verdict of whatever. I don't know. It's not
the Millennium copyright thing.
It's not in front of me, but they're competitors. They team up when necessary.
Yeah.
Right. Entertainment Mall is the only place where all the artists are just for themselves. So we'll never really get anything done. This power in numbers. Let's take all of her fans and put them with your fans and your fans and your fans, and let's all get some type of united front to be able to fight the corporations that are a little bigger than us or more powerful than us.
Right. And I don't think that, again, I want to be clear, I don't think that Carl Crawford or anybody on that side is wrong. Because I think people feel like I was saying that. No, I don't feel like that. I just feel like, again, it goes back to these old ways of doing business, these contracts that are still in place
that exist. They're out there.
Like that's all it is. Like I think I've never met Carl Crawford. I think he's probably a great guy. You know what I mean? But I just think that he's going to be painted in a certain way due to him just following an old standard of contracts that was laid on the table. You know,
which he even admitted in his article was that Billboard.
Yeah.
That I didn't know the business either.
Right.
Right.
I had a passion for music. I had a little bit of money. someone drew up a
That's the
contract
same
for
thing-
me.
Same thing that happened to me.
And-
My production company, they wasn't music people. They weren't music experts. They said, hey, what do I do? Somebody handed them the standard.
Right.
They handed it to me.
That's pretty common.
Yeah.
It's pretty common that people that are investing in musicians and artists and creators are not necessarily,
The business people.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're not even create. That's why it goes back to the point I made about there should be some standard of musicianship or something, creatorship
Yeah.
in the business side of creators. And I guess that speaks to if you are a creator, maybe don't go into business with people that have no idea about anything about music or whatever art form you're in, because that sets up these kind of situations.
Man,
Yeah, well, that's tough
It's
in
tough.
hip hop, especially.
I
kinda
needed
to
I
your-
needed to be backed with,
That's
and
right,
I bumped into some dudes that had some money and some dudes that had relationships, and I could rap, and for me that was all we needed to be able to do something. Now I didn't understand what getting jerked was. I didn't understand what should be in a contract. I didn't understand what publishing meant. I didn't know how to make a song. So I mean, yeah, I was going to be taken advantage of. But today, I mean, it's just so different. I said this last podcast. Today, it's just so different because, like in that time, you'd be lucky to release an album a year. Like,
Right.
I wish you give me a 3-album contract now and tell me it's bad. I'll give you 3 albums next month.
You were lucky to get
And
in
be
the
out of
studio
this.
back then.
Yeah.
Like, studio time used to be $200 an hour.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
technology
Plus-
has made everything much easier
and
to produce mass
and maybe
amounts.
I'm I don't know, but again, back to shit we've talked about in the past with regarding music industry. I feel like now more than ever, a lot of these artists don't need to sign any deals when they're up and coming.
I agree.
Like, how much does it cost to record a record?
I agree.
How much does it cost to put it out?
Not very much. You can buy a $100 mic and plug it into your
Like, you
laptop
don't
that you
need-
already own. And
Yeah, you don't need to sign these contracts with people, that just want to get into the music business, and now your song takes off and you're this big artist, and now you're looking like, wait, hold up, I signed what? You didn't never needed to sign that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can get pop and you can get hot overnight, literally overnight now.
Yeah.
You put out a record tomorrow, it go viral, everybody loves it. Now you're doing shows, now you're doing interviews everywhere. It's like you don't need to sign these deals. I just don't understand. how
although it
people-
is more difficult than that.
Let me
Like
just
a-
toss in. It's 40 minutes and 52 seconds. Go ahead and close us out, Parks.
Oh.
I want to Meg to death this podcast.
No, this
Well, I
is-
think we're
this
out of,
is
I think
about
we're out
Meg.
of Meg now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is
we're
about
not talking about Meg specifically. But it is difficult still to get something to cut through. Like I was just talking to a client last night about how difficult he's trying to. He's got
Wait, stop time out for a minute.
a client, someone that I work with, him mix music for, and record music with.
Don't-
Did y'all hear him?
He's got a young.
I'm not gonna let you just.
Erickson, did you hear him?
I'm not just
Savon,
gonna
did
let-
you hear him?
I'm not going to let you just try to
client.
deflect after your performance last episode
Yeah,
of
word.
industryness.
Y'all gonna let him casually
He can't have
say,
a client?
"Hey, I was just talking to a client last night."
I like it.
Yeah, well,
Oh man, this podcast
Parks
is
has
going to
clients.
I have
shit.
clients.
Supreme
Yes,
clientele.
Supreme client.
Supreme clientele.
Yeah.
No, you're supreme clients, huh?
And Maul definitely has the Supreme Oreos.
Yo, if that's what you spending your tour money on,
No, I do not.
Yes,
have
you
the Supreme
do.
Oreos.
I
No,
forget
do
it.
not.
Still in the package.
Oh, I'm calling Julius today too. He wants to talk to you. He heard about your little.
Oh, nah, you
Heard
snitched.
about your little podcast.
He heard the pod.
Why you did that?
He heard the pod. He listens to the show.
No, he don't.
I swear, Julius watches every show.
All the way to the end,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes.
All the way at the part where
Yes.
nobody listens to us.
Yes.
it's 10 listeners.
Nah, you
Yeah.
know Maul.
I'm telling. All right.
Yo,
Yo, Julius, I think your game is amazing, but Joe.
No, he listened.
I think your game
Well,
is
what did he have to
amazing.
say about it?
No, he just said, I'm gonna call. He said, call
He
me.
turns into the turnover.
Okay.
I seen
Save it for the call.
I'm not talking to Julius. Because clearly he ain't with the funnies.
No,
No,
the funnies.
he's the one with the funnies.
All right, I guess I'll talk to him.
But yo,
then.
back to your clients, Park.
Oh,
Yes.
He was just talking. He's got a young artist that doesn't have a very big following. He was trying to figure out ways to make her cut through. So it's
I
not
think-
always the easiest thing in the world.
The first cut through is probably the easiest. It's maintaining that and having a second impression to the public is where help is needed.
Yeah.
Like you can do a lot on your own and you don't need to sign contracts off rip, but to maintain the type of attention you get off a first record that sometimes might just be luck,
Yeah.
like the luck of a TikTok.
Yeah.
No, enough now. I'm making a call. Rory for Def Jam president.
Oh.
I'm putting a call in now.
Who you gonna call, Paul?
No.
It's called Lucius.
Lucian.
Lucian.
He definitely has Lucian's number.
Definitely.
I don't have Lucian's number.
Well, his son's then.
I do not.
It was an email then.
I don't have the numbers y'all think I have.
It's fine, bro.
It's cool.
Well, yeah. There's help needed on why people sign with certain things to maintain
I get
what
it.
they're doing.
I get
Yo,
it,
it's
but-
Saturday, man. Enough. Somebody get us out of this.
We're trying to wrap.
I'm
Fuck
good,
this
bro.
shit.
All right, go ahead.